first days.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Silver Shade here, back in the Outer Worlds 2. Welcome in, Brady. Welcome in. Yes, I like this game too. It really is good. Yeah, it's really good. Matter of fact, another content creator I know, Dempsey, he's liking it too. He plays it from time to time on his streams. So yeah, it's really, really good. So today, our goal is to keep exploring. We're picking up from where we last left off. Now, I talked to, I think, one person or two already. I'm going to double check and talk to them again. Check, see if there's anything I may have missed, because I can't remember exactly where I left off. I was standing right here, so I may have already talked to that person and maybe this person, but I'm going to just double check just to be sure. So yeah, now this game is really cool. All right, let's see. I think I've already talked.
Unless you have authorization, I'll thank you not to distract me with chit-chat.
Yeah, I may have already talked
I'm afraid we won't. Not without the requisite allotment of time in my schedule. Good day.
I don't know. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I don't know. Let's see.
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse, so choose your words with expediency. Oh, new arrivals. Of an independent operative nature, one presumes. Did the abbot assign you to help?
Well, but it seems like you need it.
Yes. Unfortunately, you are the first to notice. Infrastructure requests from the displaced exceed present resource capacity. The mounting accumulation of prevailing desideratum is regrettably beyond us. Or beyond me, more to the point. I am simply one person, impossibly stretched thin, and unable to attend to the needs of the displaced.
Let's see. Where exactly do you need help the most? Give me the details so we can talk payment. Tell me the displaced from the point of view. Let's see, where exactly do you need to help most?
One priority concern stands out. Well, something of a dispute, really. One where my latest near-future prognostics report may provide some guidance. Tell me, what do you know of the exclusion zone?
The order is keeping the zone off limits for shady reasons. Talk to me like I'm not from around here.
Fair enough. The exclusion zone is a mere corner of Matriarch's mercy, and rightfully off limits. You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril.
Precisely. How is the exclusion zone dangerous? So they're an unstoppable force and you're an immovable object? Maybe they consider this certain peril as aspirating as I do. Oh, hi, Sarah. Welcome on in. So yeah, we'll go option one.
We don't know, and therein lies the frustration. The seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute. We can't have the voice of the displaced sowing disorder. Will you help us? Will you be our outside mediator, as was foretold?
Where would I even begin? If you believe both sides will listen, then I'm in. Still haven't heard anything about compensation. I'll go with number 2.
I believe only in the cold, inconvenient mathematics of the cosmos. This will work. It must work. The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's Mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. Feel free to speak with the voice of the displaced herself if you aren't already acquainted. Any questions before you get started?
What can you tell me about the voice of the displaced?
I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. Still, she cleaves to her principles. That's something. You can find her outside, among her people, stubbornly defying an order barricade.
Hey, MG, welcome on in. Glad you can make it. Just passing through? Oh, hey, Geeky, welcome on in. All right. Earlier you said that was foretold. How does that work?
Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here.
Yes, it definitely is Happy Friday. Definitely Happy Friday. Okay. So if I learn about everyone's concern, I'll earn enough trust to resolve this dispute.
According to predictions, yes. Or at least, my interpretation of them. I am reasonably certain. More than usual, in fact. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them, form your own opinion, and when you are ready, we will decide the fate of the exclusion zone.
So get ammo and stuff like that. Cool. A lot of injured people.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
All evidence to the contrary.
Ah, I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. My personalized order prediction and weekly prognostics report both mentioned encountering an unforeseen factor about now. I suppose that designation doesn't wholly apply to you, though, does it? Predicting future events is an imprecise science. Currently, that is. Well, then. I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct?
Yeah, I don't know, MG. It sounds like singing to me, but, you know, the jury's still out on that one. Let's see. How does the order predict the future? Can you tell me something about the situation in the settlement? This is a predatory. I don't expect it more than a death. Let's see. Can you tell me?
Matriarch's Mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. But we of the Order rise to every challenge and continually strive to better our guests' existence. Why, I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area.
Can't understand why I'm not seeing them here in droves.
I share the very same surprise. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly.
One person here will swear by the Order's predictive methods?
One of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received multiple personalized Order predictions. I believe he could speak to the effectiveness of our ways firsthand. If my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his attestations would convince you, and perhaps other members of the displaced as well.
How does the Order predict the future?
Utilize a mix of proprietary research methods to gather as complete a data set as possible, and advanced calculations using well-honed models to effectuate it. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We'd need to solve the universal equation to do that. Fortunately, we're all working very hard on that problem. The Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions to help steer our followers' paths.
Your little department does what now?
The Department of Predictive Analysis is mainly populated by seers like myself, who represent the Order's most talented mathematicians. After years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable precision. Others can estimate with up to 71.1% accuracy several months out. Of course, predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive, but I am not to speak of that with an outsider. No offense.
Yeah, he does sound quite confident and crazy. Definitely. He does. He does. He really does. I predict that Silver is going to say wasabi. There you go. I just said it. Do unforeseen, and I predict my game's gonna laugh at that. See, there's a lot right there. I got it. I predicted it. I predicted it. Do unforeseen factors get in the way of your predictions? How do weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions differ? Well, good option one.
Unforeseen factors, random elements, anomalous outliers, incalculable variables, all of them can undercut the accuracy of our predictions. But as we close in on solving the universal equation, unknown unknowns will become known unknowns. Then finally, known knowns. You follow?
No, I don't. This is a I expected more than a desk.
True, my situation does lack a certain refinement. Regrettably, this is Matriarch's mercy. We all must do the best we can with limited means.
I should go.
Well, I do believe you're needed elsewhere. Farewell.
And I do believe you're a little crazy.
Show your work or shove off. I have too much on my mind for idle numerical chit-chat. No reason to reason with you. Please, don't distract me from my more pressing distractions. Try not to deviate from the norm. Please, keep your behavior within acceptable parameters. Are you going to be a problem? Because I have a solution that requires very little computation.
Why does his voice sound familiar?
Cause trouble and I will school you. Chapter and verse. I've got your numeral. Keep moving. You have a very non-scholarly look about you. No reason to reason with you. Cause trouble and I will school you. Chapter and verse.
Call, lift. All right, I don't want to do that yet. So I know I unlocked an outfit in the Fortnite Daily giveaway finally. Yay! All right. No more default skins for MG. Gee. Yeah, that's a fire hazard.
Oh, hello. Cogitate here often?
Is it me, or has my ankle been squeaking? You can hear it too, right? Must be the damn rotator again. Anyway, need something, Commander?
We'll talk more later. This game seems very pretty, but I'm not much for reading games. Yeah, it is very pretty, and there is a lot of reading. I mean, technically you don't have to read if you don't want to. The only downside is if you don't read, you miss out on the lore, and a lot of it kind of tells you what's going on. But technically you don't have to. You only need to you could just kind of pull it up, just open it up, and then maybe close it down, because a lot of times you don't have to. So you could kind of skip some of the reading if you so wanted to. Just you miss a lot of the lore of what's going on. But yeah, no, I understand. It's basically the TLDR. Too long, didn't read. Yeah, I get that. I guess it's just not one of my types of games. Well, of course, you said that about Fortnite, and now you're addicted to Fortnite, so, I don't know. All right, well, I guess I can't do that yet. All right, so I guess I'm gonna have to go outside now. Oh, I guess. Oh, that's someone I gotta talk to right here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I get that. I guess it's just not. Oh, you already said it. Oh, here we go. Not addicted. I can stop anytime. I think. Yeah, you could probably stop at any time, but you did say, for a while, you weren't when we suggested it. It's like, yeah, I don't think that's my type of game. But now you're playing it and you're loving it, so, or at least you're liking it. So, that's the same thing here. Once you get into it, you don't necessarily, like I said, you don't necessarily have to do a lot of the reading. If you want to just get in here, follow the quests, just read just enough to know what's going on, and you don't have to read everything. A lot of times you might just be able to just, the only times you may have to read is like maybe some of the, when talking to certain characters, certain interactions, you can do certain things. But like a lot of the terminals you find, you technically probably don't have to read them. So you could cut out some of the reading. It's easy to drop into and lose loads of time, knock your confidence enough to still the next time. Yeah, Fortnite is one of those where you can just drop in and stuff like that. So this one, yeah, it is a little bit tougher once you kind of stop playing for a bit and get back. It is kind of tough to figure out where you left off.
You must be the Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability?
Does a manta queen kill its mate and feed the corpse to its hatchlings? Yes, please. Start using smaller words, or I'm gonna start using bullets. I think I'm gonna use this one.
If I may interject, High Scholar, don't you agree our time would be better utilized on more relevant discourse?
Seer Wiley's right, as always. Obviously, we've all more important things to do than to stand around trifling with truth tables. Perhaps later, then. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge?
I need to speak with Victor Clemens. Supposedly he's a member of your order. In a word, revenge. I'm hunting a woman who nearly killed me, Augustine DeVries. Back up a minute. What was that about compartmentalization? Maybe we should have this conversation in private, just the two of us. Okay. I'm gonna go with that
Victor?
one.
Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Let's see. I'm not sure, but it seems likely he's involved in a plot to destroy Arcadia. I have proof of Victor's conspiring with a group of dangerous zealots with ties to the Order. I'm going to go with number 1.
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse.
A friend of the trader I'm after said she and Victor had secret contacts within the Order.
And that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the Enray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution.
Can you be more specific about the threats I'll be facing?
Besides the highly caustic Zeranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay.
Are those the same cultists that worship the rifts?
Indeed. They began showing up with their inane theories prior to the invasion. The first sign of dysfunction in the Protectorate. Always starts small, doesn't it? Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation.
Glad we're on the same page. Now, how can I return the favor and help you?
No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Auntie's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate?
No. Current tensions, and here I thought we're getting along so well. I'm an agent with Earth Directorate. What more do you need to know? Respectfully go void yourself! I love the humor in this game. The humor in this game is freaking awesome. I think I'm gonna do number 3. Because this guy here, he kind of has a little bit of an attitude. So it's like, you know what? Why don't you go respectfully go void yourself?
Thank you for proving my thesis statement.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend. But the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace.
Thanks for leads. I'll look into all this. Just checking you're sure the Order didn't intentionally attack Auntie's Choice. You're supposed to be helping me. Why am I the one doing all the work? I'll look into it.
I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings.
I have a few more questions for you. Yeah, see if there's anything I missed.
Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's moral duty. Whatever I can tell you, I will.
I notice you refer to Wiley as a seer. Why is that?
A calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis.
Is that a fancy way of saying you can predict the future?
Yes.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without mine.
Let's see. Having someone who can predict the future certainly seems handy with a war on. Nod sagely. I too value a good lackey. So you're friends, colleagues? So I don't know. You seem excessively dependent on him. I'm gonna go with number 1.
Oh, indeed. I needn't educate you on what you can see with your very eyes. There is a great deal of pressure on me to navigate what is a rather novel situation. Without Wiley, I dare say our predicament here would be even more precarious. Many lives depend on him, on us both. Why, Matriarch's Mercy would not be the refuge it is without his predictions shepherding its development.
See, that isn't saying much. Matriarch Mercy is a disaster. So what's the story with that giant statue outside?
That is a statue of the Matriarch, Alexandra Varick, Arcadia's founder and for whom the monastery was named after. Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is closed to non-order members at the moment, given recent troubles. But perhaps Seer Wiley can give us an estimation of its reopening.
Oh, certainly. According to my calculations, the monastery will be accessible to certain members of the public shortly.
Otherwise, he has
good
no
news
clue.
indeed. Oh, you really must visit. The observatory is a true sight to behold.
Thanks for filling me in. I'll be on my way. So the main quest we got to do, go like N-Ray Manufactory. There was also somewhere else too. Let's see, we have a map. Jen. All right, so that's on the trail of the trader. Investigate the manufactory. That's kill Jean Dunzani. Yeah, and kill Dunzani brothers. All right, invocation to talk to Abbott's message. Opportunist. Okay, on the trail of a trader. Investigate the N-ray range. All right. Well, I would say we're probably better off looking at what the quests that we see on the map. It's probably here. This doesn't look like a very big map. Of course, looks can be deceiving. Let's see. Yeah, I think we might go here. Because it's kind of close. It's the closest. So we probably need to go. I think that's the path we got to follow. So we're probably better off teleporting back here. And then go that way. Yeah, we could do that. All right. Yeah, let's fast travel. And we got to keep a lookout for the other stations because I was looking through the log. There was a mention of the like the murals. We have to visit like 3 other I think it's 2 other stations. So maybe explore and try and find them. I'm not sure where they are. Could be one of these buildings. It could be any one of these buildings out here. I mean, it could be a small building too. It's hard to say. So that's our destination there. Okay, let's see. Do I need to go? Stay on this path right here. Okay. Let's go. I mean, this game is really gorgeous looking. I like the look of it. It's really cool. All right. We're here, almost to our destination.
Regret to inform you, Zeranium Manufacturer 7 is presently under lockdown. Unauthorized entry is barred due to contrivance malfunction, laboratory mishap, and/or miscellaneous unspeakable dangers.
Please call again at a more convenient time.
Please call again at a more convenient time. There's the outpost, or the Zyranium manufacturer.
Hello? Someone there?
Maybe.
Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zeranium Manufactory 7 presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors.
I have a writ of investigatory inquiry from Abbott Newell. Open up! Your facility launched an attack on Andy's choice. Let me in before they reciprocate. I'm going to go ahead and the writ is probably the best choice here.
Wait, you have a writ? From the Abbott? But we don't have any means of... yes, they said they have a... yes, sir. This is Factor Métadier. Am I to understand you have orders from the Abbot? Quite convenient for you. I have no way of verifying without allowing you entry. Very well. Come inside and we'll see this sorted. Building on the left.
Okay.
Yes, right over here. You're not getting down below until you talk to me. So... the Abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies, did he? Wait, is that an Auntie's Choice enhanced soldier with you? Oh, I see what this is. Stay back. We have no desire to escalate things further. Don't do something you'll regret.
We want answers, not a fight. And if indeed there's any retribution to be had, it won't be by my hand. Tell him, Commander.
Let's see. Show writ. You can check my papers, but my team's my business, like it or not. Sure, waste time. I'm not worried about Auntie's retaliate than I would us. I'm on first name basis with the presiding bishop and abbot. Remember that. I'm going to do the first one, I think.
Surely. Far be it from me to question the irreproachable prudence of an enigmatic caller. Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the Abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route, but fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along straight away.
Okay, what in the void is going on here?
The recent attack may have originated from this facility, but I assure you it was not at our hand. We have no desire to resume open warfare with Auntie's Choice. One of our transport pods, filled with Zeranium, was diverted toward, or more specifically at, their location.
It might be an obvious question, but is this an answers matter type game then? It's not really an answers matter type game. It's a role-playing game, and with the way the developer did it is you have multiple ways that you could resolve a situation. So it kind of does matter your answer, but there are different ways that you could solve an issue. You know, some you may have to have a certain skill. If you don't have that skill, there might be another way to do the same thing, but without the skill, you have to go a different route. So It just depends. So yes, it is kind of the answer driven, but it's more of how you get to the resolution. You may have to go a different path than if you had. So if you don't have one skill, you got to go a different path to do the same thing. So it just depends, and sometimes answers do matter. You know, like if you're nice to somebody, you might encounter them again, and they'll remember that, and so it might affect their attitude towards you. I see roleplay adventure. I suppose yes, it is a roleplay. The best thing I could describe it as this is made by Obsidian, who also did Fallout New Vegas. So it has a lot of Fallout vibes. So think of it like that. Let's see. Transport pod, that's a weird thing to call a missile. If you didn't do it, who did? I'm going to say that's a weird thing to call a missile.
Though functionally correct, I assure you. The transport pods are fired into space, where they are collected for redistribution. To date, no one has ever misused them for this purpose, despite the explosive nature of the material. Fortunately, we have potentially identified the culprit, and we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below, which would be a good thing if they had not, somehow seized control of the manufactory operations.
Okay, nice explanation. Yeah, you're welcome. Yep. People always underestimate us menials.
Your supposition, although grammatically dubious, is statistically correct. It is an error I will guard against making further. Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously supervised launch controls. Though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. A move not likely to allay anyone's suspicions.
Okay, so far everything about this seems suspicious. I definitely have a lot of questions for both her and your proctor. I'm gonna go with so far everything about this seems suspicious.
An understandable perspective. I fear I must concur. I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you are on hand to corroborate current suppositions. May your query yield favorable results.
Let's go ahead and take a quick save here. Easy to forget.
This unit beautifully acknowledges your presence.
It evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zeranium. Blue outpost opportunity to naught but tinges and flinders.
Wait, so has it been classified as an accident? Or an attack?
What I'd like to know is why our illustrious seer provided zero warning beforehand.
Good questions. Oh, answer.
Consider finding a human companion if you seek conversation.
The Proctor's a low-functioning functionary at best. I mean, just look at this mess. That explosion.
Well, running a manufactory must require extraordinary, fastidiousness.
Little good that's doing us now. Little good that'll do us when Antes arrives.
Alright, so I don't usually play this game genre. What is the story so far? If not too much trouble. No, it's not too much trouble at all. Basically, the main story is we were sent in to try to deal with basically like a fascist government, you know, because we're a member of the Earth Directorate. We were sent to a different basically, I don't know if galaxy or whatever it is. They're basically this faction, or was basically in charge of making special drives for ships, and they have rifts that appear because of the manufacturing process. Well, we get betrayed, and a couple of years pass, and a war breaks out between a corporate company, Auntie's Choice, which merged with Spacer's Choice, and so basically, the fascist government is in war with the corporate government, Auntie's Choice. So a big war is broken out and basically cut off access to this galaxy. So we're kind of trapped here, and so we're trying to basically get untrapped. Is basically the gist of it. So we gotta go through that. I want to see if there's anything else we can look at.
What are you doing up here? How did you get past the gate?
Let's see. Factor cleared me. Earth Directorate. Abbott Newell sent me a written investigatory inquiry.
Forgive me. All this business with the lockdown puts one on edge.
Is this where the cargo pod used to attack was launched? Can you tell me what happened?
Everything appeared routine at the time. We launch transport pods into space regularly. They get collected. The uranium we refine here is used for power. It wasn't until we heard the explosion that anyone knew anything out of the ordinary had happened.
You're welcome,
I ran a
MG.
systems audit on the launch sequence afterwards. Just finished constructing a report on my findings, actually, if you'd like to hear it.
You're welcome. Yeah, I can see if it's not your style of game, but you want to know what's going on. Yeah, that's basically what happened. That's the gist of where we're at. We're just trying to figure out what's going on and try and solve how to get out of here for the most part. I ran a systems audit. Okay, summarize it for me. I want to put report in excruciating detail. Just summarize it for me.
A transport pod full of uranium was fired from here at Outpost Opportunity. It subsequently exploded in spectacular fashion.
You didn't see anything from here?
Terminal input functions down below in operations. The low-ranking scientist who launched the pod is inside. Regrettably, that is all I know. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Stop deviating from the baseline.
Okay.
Initiate Alpha, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast?
Yes.
I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something?
I demand your unconditional surrender at...
Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
She knew what she was doing. She did it on purpose.
Took over. Things have been a mite haywire.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the Abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party.
Let's see, you mean Initiate Alva?
Low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. But I'm now realizing how little we actually know about her. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about.
Let's see. It's a wonder they call them secret anymore. So what's this covert operative do?
Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, Alva seized command of the system and locked herself in the control center. She then forcefully repelled several attempts to extricate her. 2 are dead already. Poor Jacobs lost a hand trying to pry free the outer doors. Why, she could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. I implore you to stop her before she does so. I fear violence may be our only recourse.
Seems pretty cut and dried. I'll track it down. Probably need to investigate a bit more before murdering anyone. You were arguing with her earlier. What about?
Fervent professements of innocence, mostly. You know, exactly what you'd expect a secret traitress to claim. Dramatic attestations that grew quite animated. I suppose spies must build up a flair for histrionics. What with all that, hiding their identities and all. Then bursting forth like a pent-up arachnid. At any rate, I have work to do, and you have a saboteur to eliminate, yes?
Oh. Probably need to investigate more before murdering anyone.
Whatever for. We've already established her guilt. Failed to see the use, frankly. I suppose some limited nosing about before dispatching her wouldn't hurt. Presuming she doesn't kill us all in the meantime. I'll be in my office. Let me know once she's no longer a problem.
Yeah, something seems a little fishy. If she wanted to kill everybody, she would have done it by now.
I have too much on my mind for idle numerical chit-chat.
Now, this is important. Would you describe the Varachnid's Calicity as slavering when it attacked? How much viscous fluid would you estimate was involved?
I don't know anything about the fluid's volume. Thing attacked. I shot it. There's goo all over the spot it emerged. Measure that, maybe.
2 exemplars, dead as Pythagoras. No one's been inside operation since. Just a run-of-the-mill golden mean initiate.
Don't listen to yourself. You're just proving your own substantiation. Her actions prove otherwise, I'd contend.
Of course she's hiding something. You think those 2 exemplars just fell wrong? They're hardly prone to involuntary self-injury.
Investigator. Factor said head on in.
Let's see. The 2 order initiates appear to have been shot. Let's see. Let's examine the body. Based on your determination of the body, state, and location, it appears an initiate was forced to fire on the other, who in turn shot him.
Investigator?
hello. A visitor. Who is it they're sending now? And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire. Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like Commander Zane and that rascal Buddy. And who is that you brought with you? A friend? Ah, an Auntie's Choice grafted soldier. You poor dear. And someone else. Another Earth Directorate agent, I see. Seems sad.
Is she talking about me?
All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding.
Let's see, your abbot sent me to find out who caused the explosion.
Oh, believe you me, I'd like to know that more than anyone. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this.
Voda seems sure you were responsible. You're absolutely blameless here. You're some kind of console jockey here. Formally, I inspected the bodies of the guards outside. That took considerable skill.
Yes, that was terrible. I feel awful. Though technically speaking, they did kill each other. I didn't mean that to happen. They came at me, weapons drawn. My own training just took over. You see, years ago, I attended an introductory course at the Physical Education Center. I earned top marks.
It's a complicated game, isn't it? They have done a great job, it seems. Yeah, it is a little complicated. It's complicated in the sense that the story kind of weaves in and out. But they have done a great job with it. What do you think of it in general? I like it. I like the storytelling. I like the twists and turns. I like the humor. It's really good. I like it. Especially since, like I said, it's done by Obsidian, who also did Fallout New Vegas. So, and I think they've done a couple other games too. I think role-playing games. So they've done a really good. They also did the first one, The Outer Worlds. So yeah, no, and I like that one too. So yeah, I like the storytelling is what really makes it good. But then you add the humor on top of that, it elevates it even more. I like the fact that they got rid of the we can carry as much as we want now. Unlike the first one, we had a weight limit, so we could get encumbered. This one, they got rid of that. I like it. It's really cool. Really cool. And when it comes to like leveling up, every time you level up, you only get 2 points to spend. So you got to think about how you want to build your character. So it's really cool. Let's see. Do you have any way to prove your innocence? So you're saying Proctor Svoboda is falsely incriminating you. You seem pretty confident someone who's stuck at the initiate level. Right, it's all seemingly suspicious. Not sure I believe you. Excellent. Clip. That's your next short. What about chat? What do you folks think? Yeah, I'd be curious to see what other people think. Do you have any way to prove your innocence?
Dear me, I wish I did, but actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here. The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the launch. Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of.
I do that and you'll come out.
Certainly, of course. If you help me uncover who's responsible, I will gladly open this door. Appreciate your help, dear. Please return when you have found something. May the plan favor us against long odds.
They might either be lurking or they don't have an answer for it. Or there may not be that many people watching.
May circumstances proceed toward intended results.
Yeah, graphics are really good. I do agree, MG. The graphics are really good in this. Okay, that was a little weird. Records repository. There could be Atomfall influences. That is highly possible. I don't know if Obsidian did Atomfall. If they did, then yeah, there could definitely be some inspiration there. Yeah. Let's see. Printed backup records. Launch records consist of a number of instructions that are time-stamped and uniquely numbered. Using the time of the launch initiate Alva supplied, you are able to look up the recent launch. Entry shows that it was directed at Outpost Opportunity. Also detect a slight odor from the records, but it's unclear if that's just the type of paper or a product of the printing process. Let's go ahead and let's take a closer look. The record clearly indicates that Initiate Alva launched the payload at Outpost Opportunity. It's undisputable that she fired the command, though the smell seems curious. So yeah, it's kind of weird. All right, let's see. Let's look at messages. All right. From tenured activist leader, subject word of caution. YouTube is saying 7 watching and yet only 4 likes. Come on, people, show some love for someone taking the time and making the effort, please. Yes, definitely. If you're enjoying it, please hit that like button. I mean, even just lurking, even if you don't hit the like button, even just lurking does help. It really does. But we do appreciate if you did hit the like button. All right, so subject, word of caution. A friendly reminder that there remains a 19.8% chance of one coming face to face to Clerophylax with a Varachnid of uncomfortable size and toothy disposition among the lower levels of the manufactory. Our colleagues in xenobiology note that screaming, flailing one's arms, and other expressions of object terror only excite the creatures further. So please be advised to weep silently during any chance unfortunate encounters. Okay. As overseer of this facility, you are clearly allowed full access to all areas and equipment, but your presence in our laboratory remains a distraction at best and at worst a source of anxiety for members of our junior facility. Interesting. This is to the proctor. As you are no doubt keenly aware, even minor disturbances can translate into delays over time. I remain confident you will appreciate my candor and take this in the best possible light. All right, let's look at the launch records. Records expunged. Please review backup physical records, which we've already done. Okay. Yeah, something is off about those records. Because it says they smell. So it's weird. They could be forged. You know, maybe she had nothing to do with it. You know, maybe maybe she's protesting. This is how she's protesting.
Don't see aunties being too dissuaded by them, though.
You know, she may be protesting her innocence by doing this. So on one hand, it makes her look guilty, but on the other, I can understand if she didn't actually do it.
Our Earth Directorate friend. Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matadier here while you were away. Understand you've met?
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time.
Okay. Facility secured then?
Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause of our situation here, and I have deemed it wise to investigate further. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different.
Guess we'll take all the help we can get.
I appreciate even your hesitant support. Now, I believe you had an update for Initiate Alva.
Yep.
You've examined the launch records, yes? What did you find?
Records showed you fired the physical payload opportunity. Paper smelled weird, though. The data had been purged, but the physical record said you launched the transport pod. I'm going to do the first one because the paper smelled weird.
I'd say they've obviously been altered,
Yeah.
dear. Fancy that odor you detected, a sign of chemicals used to affect the falsification. Ah, but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many Aetherwave serials. Suppose they fuel my fervent imagination. But still, even the most junior scientist knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them.
Let's see. Do they make role-playing games that you have a finite number of characters you can choose? So if your chosen character unalives, you have a dwindling number of characters left. I wonder. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. It's a good question, though. I don't have the answer to that. That's a good question. It still doesn't tell us who's responsible. You think it might be Sabota? If that's true, that can't feel too great. Someone left you to pull the trigger. Sorry, but those conclusions all seem too convenient. I'm going to do number 2.
There should be ample time for regret later, dear. For now, I'll admit the armchair investigator in me wonders about Proctor Svoboda. Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say, isn't it? Now, what you uncovered appears to imply 2 further avenues of inquiry. A Zeranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion, allowing the culprit time to falsify the record. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
Bunch out of game recency. I don't know if they make anything like that. I'm not sure. Can we prove the launch was altered? How would someone cause a distraction like that? Can we prove the launch was altered?
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look to do it there.
I expect the Zeranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit.
All right. Sadly, I have to go now. I have to do more prep for tomorrow's live stream. Thank you for coming in my games. Thanks to MG. Definitely appreciate you coming in. And thanks for coming in. Yeah, sorry. My brain's a little slow today. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some more water and try and wake up a little bit. Sometimes I don't know what it is with these games. Sometimes they just wanna, I don't know, I start reading them, brain work, and my brain wants to go to sleep. Thanks for coming in, MG. Always appreciated. We'll catch you later. All right, if that's all I should, that's all I should get going. Still can't tell if you're lying or not, Alva, but guess we'll play along. Before we continue further, I'd like to know more about who I'm working with.
Part of me would like to tease you right now and say, you're not very good at cards, are you, dear? But if you're still on the fence about me, I shouldn't want to tip you over. All right. There. I've unsealed both areas. With hope, what you discover will help us determine the responsible party.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the Proctor sends anyone, I'll say I'm close to convincing you to surrender.
All right. Investigate refinement logistics. Investigate central processing. Okay. I guess we'll head. Wait, can we go this way? Yeah. Oh, can't go that way. Oh, maybe we gotta go this way. Ha!
Had plenty of managers like Svoboda back on Tau Ceti. Couldn't take responsibility for nothing.
Where are you? Oh, back. Oh, it's like this. Is she a ghost?
Troublemaker approach.
Pretty nervous right about now. I mean, they must have believed that was lost. The problems began to mount. Earth started to multiply. An Earth Directorate agent arrived. That must have done their calculations. Has to be someone.
All charged up.
Ow! Why did it have to be spiders?
You're looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Got my lamps on the out front. Let me know when you need it.
Wow. This is why I hate spiders. Let's try the other side.
Alva's been here for how many years? I never noticed her. Just blended in with the scenery somehow.
Well, maybe we're better off just going this way.
May circumstances proceed toward intended results.
Svoboda sure has it out for that initiate. Guess I would too if Alva had killed a bunch of my colleagues.
All charged up.
Got my lamps on the out front.
No, get away from me. Why do they have to put spiders in here? Really?
How are you still upright over there?
I don't know, but I'm dying.
Take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Now!
Hey, got a distraction for you. Hostile spot. Recipient
out!
I got my own problems here.
Troublemaker approaching.
Knew you had my back.
Trap doesn't sense a target.
Ooh. I hate spiders.
Over here.
Who said that?
You lose something down there? Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can provide you, a heroic individual who is handy with doors?
Yes, I have a few questions.
Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely.
This is sensor processing. If I wanted to reroute launch coordinates, I'd do it here, yes?
Strange question, but yes. All commands pass through the hub here. Through that wiring underneath that open floor panel in the back of the room, actually.
Open panel, you say? Did you examine the exposed wiring? What do you think happened here?
Well, in my professional opinion, looks like someone rerouted some commands from operations. Not sure which ones. Based on the sloppy state it was left in, I'd say they either barely knew what they were doing or were in a rush, or both.
Interesting. Where were you around the time of the attack on Outpost Opportunity?
I was in my cot doing advanced equations. After the explosion occurred, I rushed here to check my terminal. The door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled state of the room and rushed inside.
What do you know about Initiate Alba?
Works in operations, right? Always on about her stories. Wish I had time to watch serials and read all day. Well, that's about everything I know about everything. Let you be on your way. Careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured.
All right, a patchwork array of switch boxes and cables connecting many of the facility's command systems. An obvious rewiring of cables here is noticeable. Let's take a closer look. The rewiring is reminiscent of how Initiate Alba took control of the doors in operations office. I leveled up. Yay! All right. Well, I want to put one in observation. And let's go ahead and let's put one in. Hacking. All right. And while I'm here, let's do a save. Investigate the refinement logistics. Okay, so that's how I gotta go that way. Activate safety reset for door. Okay. Interesting. Oh, they respawn. No. Heck no. Oh, hell no. Sorry. Heck no. No. Heck no.
Factor's been in there a while now.
And may the plan guide you.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
You'd think if she were responsible for the attack, she'd have happily thrown it in my face.
You got something on your mind. Still.
This initiate. Can't quite put my finger on it, but something's off. Like she's playing games. But I can't say I trust the Proctor any better. Hopefully a bit of investigating will clear things up for us. Once we find the perpetrator, we can be sure to head off any further attacks on Auntie's choice.
I'm going to get out of this area as fast as I can because I do not like spiders.
Ah, yes. Suppose you'll do. I'd been hoping an empiricist or assessor would amble by, but you appear reasonably apt. The Zeranium overflow venting has gone completely haywire. Oh, what else will this higgledy-piggledy nightmare of a day bring? I was ordered to keep watch until a specialist arrives. Might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? The control board to divert the flow of Zeranium is up yonder in refinery logistics. If so, I have something for your time and effort.
I'm already headed that way? Sure.
Oh. Well, I might have kept the item in question then. No matter. It should guarantee you remain motivated to see it through. We developed a pharmaceutical primer that, technically it poisons you a little, but also heals you quite effectively. Shut off the gas, it's yours.
All right, you got yourself a specialist or reasonable stand-in.
Tremendous. Why, this day may average toward the positive yet. May deliberate endeavors beget expected results.
You can hear them, the creepy crawling noises. Just ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ought to keep moving, Commander. Ought to keep moving, Commander.
You definitely got some kind of conversation. You know what? I'm going to come up here real quick. And I'm dealing with gas here. Okay.
Help me end this fight on my feet. Back in business.
Refinement logistics. Auto dock. Yes, thank you. Yeah, good as new. Alright. Go that way. Venting. This control board allows you to update settings for the Xanthic overflow venting system. Look closer. Safety restrictions have clearly been set to exceed stated tolerances, causing the explosion and subsequent leak. Gas. Okay, let me look because there's supposed to be a quest for this area apparently. Journal, side quest. Okay. See anything there? All right, no problem. All right, let's just keep moving. Get out of here.
Gas is still on, I see. Guess I must wait for a specialist after all.
Yep, I don't know how to turn it off.
You.
I tried. Couldn't figure it out. And I don't want to deal with spiders.
Always account for standard deviation.
Oh, hello, dear. Why, we were just talking about you.
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios, based on probable results of your investigation, downstream outcomes, and such and the like.
You know how the Order is, always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
Some routed coordinates for the launch, and they had clearance to cause the leak.
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take, except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. And yes, why would I reroute coordinate commands away from here?
You seem like you've drawn a conclusion.
I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party. So I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with. Then I'm going to kill her.
Wait a bit. You're going to what? Our investigation... It's unfinished. And you're an initiate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you dears to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Let's see. Yeah, she does. It's obvious she was framing you. I'm not sure if she was actually involved, but you were definitely framed by someone. The evidence didn't prove she was guilty, and you clearly aren't telling us everything.
Yes, I concur. That may be the only part of this that seems certain. You are far more capable than some back manufactory button pusher. Who are you, really?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name is not Miriam Alva. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the Endpoint.
I didn't really follow any of that. Is that a good thing? Pleased to meet you, former Endpoint Delgado. I don't know what to call you now. Wait, how long have you been undercover? The Endpoint. Wish I had a cool code name.
I arrived decades ago to lie low after a difficult assignment. More than that, I have nothing to speak on at present.
The rumors about your department. They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved disappeared. If there are any hints of truth to that, I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid.
All right. You've been lying for years. Why should we listen to you now?
Perhaps you shouldn't. My earlier endeavors were often disconcerting. But the truth remains. Whatever is happening here, I'm not involved.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been here for years. It's all much to digest. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda.
Let's see. Speech 5 for that. I say, we force the Proctor to reveal who she's working with or without your help. I realize you'll only get killed if you try to stop her, right? So do I. And I haven't seen enough proof to determine who's guilty or innocent here. Enough lies. I'm not buying any of this, Marisol. I'm going to go with 3.
It's sweet that you think you can stop me, but I'll elucidate this for you. At this point, you'll either need to trust me or back that worm Svoboda. That ridiculous little functionary upended my existence. For 20 years, I was Alva. It wasn't a good life I had here, but it was quiet. It was mine. It wasn't hers to take.
This would mean standing against a member of the Order. A mid-ranking one, at that.
I say we force her to reveal who she's working with or without your help. You realize you'll only get killed if you try to stop her, right? Enough lies. I'm not buying any of this.
I'm afraid the two of you are forcing my hand here.
I'm armed and ready.
Got some bad company.
Hit the broadside of a freighter. I'm the one you need to worry about.
I didn't want to do that, but I didn't have enough evidence.
May fate and fortune converge.
Ought to keep moving, Commander.
Investigator.
You dealt with Alva, I understand. So very unfortunate, but sadly necessary.
It is what it is. Now I need to find out who she was working for.
Oh, I practically forgot in all the excitement. We discovered Alva's secret workroom. It's down the path to the left outside, in the old toxic effluvium repository. I'm sure it's filled with incriminating details. You should check it out.
Okay. I thought I did that. Unless there's something I'm missing. Body found? That's a little weird. Maybe it's the spiders. Do you think this elevator can go any faster? About time. There's a term there. Yep. What do we got? None of your orders. All right. The attack on the outpost was meant to reignite activity fighting between Anti-Choice and the Order. Instead, it has only resulted in an investigation of both localities that threatens to expose our plans. This is an unacceptable error on your part, and I expected better. Perhaps I should have entrusted this task to Levino from the start. Cooperate with Earth Directorate agent insofar as it does not lead back to us, and know that further failure will be met with severe consequences. Well, she already met those consequences. In light of the recent setbacks, DeVries has concluded that we are to pursue contingency plan A467. Further instructions will be issued at time of my predetermining. Okay. get out of here. Away from those spiders. Okay. All right. Let's see. Present and future company excluded. People. Let's see. You know what? Let's go back. And they're there, so we might as well talk to those people. Set that active. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back.
Tracks in a world where we don't look back. Open fields and endless skies. Adventure calls as this train flies. Hit that black button, turn it up, let the rhythm flow. Our channel's a train and we're ready to go. Rock the subscribe button, don't hesitate. Join our crew, it's never too late. Thumbs up, hearts racing, come into blaze. We're building a community that forever stays. Crossing plains, reaching winds for telling gains. Cross away in the lands afar, with every turn we raise the bar. Sarah stands tall, eyes on the track, guiding our journey, never looking back. Silver shade, hands on the throttle, we ride the creation full throttle. Rock the subscribe button, don't hesitate. Join our crew, it's never too late. Thumbs up, hearts racing, come into blaze. We're building a community that forever stays. from the tracks in a world where we don't look back. Open fields and endless skies, adventure calls as this train flies. Hit that black button, turn it up, let the rhythm flow. Our channel's a train and we're ready to go. Rock the subscribe button, don't hesitate. Join our crew, it's never too late. Thumbs up, hearts racing, comments ablaze. We're building a community that forever stays. Rolling thunder,
All right, I'm back. Okay. Well, I think we got that quest active, so now we just got to start talking to the people.
Sorry. Got some kind of tickle in my chest.
Are you all right, Anatoly? You look a little pale. Wait right here and I'll find you an expectorant.
No. No. We lose our spot in line, we ain't gonna have anywhere to go. I ain't going back to corpse disposal. No. We have to stay here. I'll be fine. Got a bad feel about this line, hon. Don't like being so exposed. Hell of a thing coming all this way just to catch a bullet on the camp's doorstep.
You worry too much, my dear. Even the Protectorate isn't much in the business of murdering refugees. And there aren't many Protectorate nearby. I'm sure the Order will aid us.
Maybe. Even if that's all true, camp's still gonna need a place for us to go.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders...
Wait. Don't tell me you're one of those drones from Auntie's Choice.
Easy, friend. We're all in this together.
You just keep your distance.
Are you going to be a problem? Because I have a solution that requires very little computation.
I'm always a problem. Alright, so who am I supposed to talk to?
What caused the schism between the Protectorate and the Order? The Consul tried to kill presiding Bishop Ruth Bassar, but we saw that coming.
Hope you appreciated how I bit my tongue back there with the abbot. Didn't want things to come to blows with civilians in the crossfire. Full of excuses for the attack, wasn't he? Could be that he's sincere, or could be that he has his hands so full with keeping his community from falling apart that he missed a memo or two. Either way, I'm willing to stay my hand until we know the truth. If it were my folk buried under the rubble, I'd want to know for certain before acting. Besides, ain't nobody around here better suited for investigating than we are.
Does the truth matter? Won't bring back the dead. Taking things better than expected.
I prefer doing my shooting after asking all the pertinent questions, Commander. While we're at it playing detective, we need to scope out opportunity. If there are any survivors, we ought to help, however we're able. I can only hope they had warning enough to run for cover. If they didn't, well, there's only so much basic training can prepare you for.
Let's see. We'll head straight there. You're speaking from experience. These troopers are as good as you claim. They can handle themselves. My report is finding DeVries. We'll head straight.
Thank you, Commander. We should move on, unless you got something for me?
A lot is happening. I'm sure you have some thoughts.
Sounds like your old pal DeVries was in deep with the Order. Now, I don't know a whole lot about them, but I don't reckon fanatical is part of their employee code of conduct. And as you've seen, that kind of loyalty can pose a real problem to everyone else. But we'll track her down before it comes to a head. Don't you worry.
Let's talk about something else.
Fine by me.
We discuss some personal matters.
How personal are we talking?
Yeah, really interesting that they have that option. Oh, here we go. Yeah, personal. Like, okay, yeah. What was it like enhanced soldier division?
Couldn't say. I was in it all of 2 days before my grafts started festering. Before that, I was an infantry medic. Our platoon was one of the first to touch down in Arcadia. I would have continued serving on the front line in an upgraded capacity, but, well, once the state of my graft became apparent, it was decided that parting ways would be best.
Decided by who?
My commanding officer, and the surgeon who performed the operation, I imagine. I wasn't lucid at the time. When I regained consciousness, I saw that my service pistol was gone, and a termination notice was in its place. I put 2 and 2 together. Law, that was a bad morning. Look, I knew dismissal was a possibility when I volunteered for the procedure. A successful graft is a boon, a failed one is a colossal liability. I'm a walking lesson in breakage.
So where's your company now?
Oh, that information is outside my purview. I miss my platoon. Most of the time. I hope they're holding on okay wherever they are. Huh. If nothing else, they'll have Ortiz to keep up morale. I know the nonstop jokes from that bastard sustained me for weeks. Yeah, he's tough. He'll be all right.
Sounds like you miss him. I thought you might wish them ill concerning they abandoned you.
Easy for you to say. These were my friends. Patched them up more times than you can count. I'd never wish harm on them. Anyhow, I would rather return to the matter at hand. No use dwelling on those out of sight and out of mind.
Had something else I wanted to talk about.
Right.
But think about your graft. What if Doc Tinsley's expertise isn't?
If this new graft fails, you mean? Then I keep pushing forward till I can't anymore. You didn't see me when I first got out of surgery and came to Paradise Island. The fact that you and I met at all is a testament to Doc's skill. But suppose if her treatment doesn't stick, then maybe it's my time to go. You can only cheat death so many times. You know that as well as I do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what about the doctor who gave you that first graft?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you who that doctor was or where they're stationed. Grafting was a procedure in its infancy, see? So corporate liked to keep things hush-hush. Can't say I like the thought of it. Could have been cut open in the middle of a cave for all I know. I'd rather not dwell on those moments, if it's all the same to you. What matters is the here and now.
All right, what else can we talk about?
Fine by me.
Let's say an old unit.
Well, like I said, we were both in the same unit. Me as a combat medic, him as a machine gunner. Everyone in my unit was from Tau Ceti, so we already had that in common. And we served on the front lines, which made us look out for one another that much more. See, most of us were laborers, and we just got our first real shot at something greater. We wanted to make a name for ourselves, and what better way to do that than become a hero? Our onboarders promised that if we demonstrated exceptionalism, showed initiative, that we'd get promoted quick. And our days of living in squalor would be far behind us.
You don't think it's odd that Auntie's Choice put their newest employee on the front line?
It ain't like they forced us to join up. We did that on our own. And it said in our contract that they could send us wherever we were needed. Can't complain if where we're needed is in a trench staring down the barrels of a minigun.
Took over Tau Ceti, your home, and then treated you as expendable? That should bother you.
I reckon that's a difference in perspective.
How'd you and Ortiz first meet?
We spent a week crouched in the same foxhole under aerial bombardment. Shared water one sip at a time by the end of it. Anyone would have been friends after that. I don't know if I would have made it out alive without him. Maybe I'll tell him that over a beer one day. Praise him in front of the whole saloon. Law knows he's got a thing for heroics.
I'm glad you two survived. How did the rest of your unit fare?
Better than I'd feared. Only had to bury 2 troopers and amputate 5 limbs. I'm thankful every day that the Protectorate can't aim for shit.
You made it sound like Ortiz saved you. How?
He kept me clear-headed. Every so often, there'd be a lull in the bombardments, and I'd hear voices all across the field, calling out for aid, for Mama, for death. Almost got my head clean taken off when I tried to scramble out of the foxhole the first night. I heard a call for help and moved on instinct. Damn foolish of me, really. Ortiz told me not to panic, to wait till he could provide cover, to just shout first aid instructions where I could. It was too valuable to fall in battle, he said. It was a rough few nights at first, knowing I couldn't help folk who needed it. And the reward for that torment was my life.
Oh, welcome back, Brady. Welcome back. Well, I'm glad he looked out for you. I can't imagine you not being in my crew.
I appreciate that, Commander. In any case, I'm only standing here because of a damn fine soldier who became my friend. I'll carry that knowledge always.
We'll talk.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict, with an 8.23 margin of error, that our situation will improve in time.
Stop it with the predictions. You don't even know multivariable calculus.
Just trying to cheer you up.
Oh, a visitor. Hello. You weren't mentioned in my latest personalized order prediction. Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to in some, roundabout fashion. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good.
Alvasir Vickers mentioned you had a good experience with order prediction. Oh, I'm a threat, all right. Just maybe not to you. Just so I wouldn't show up on a pop. I'll just do the first one.
I'll say, I try not to make any big plans until I consult my latest POP. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rolo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one. As a laugh, everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on.
Could just be coincidence, couldn't it?
Sure, but I've had 9 POPs so far, and at least 3 times something similar happened. Avoided drowning in a culvert, sidestepped my mantisaur allergy. Forget the other. Things like that just illustrate the fragile nature of human existence, especially here in Golden Ridge. My co-occupant Ike had a POP done, had told him avoid liquids for 48 hours. He ignored it. Later got drunk, passed out, drowned face first in a puddle of water.
So you say the order predictions have helped you? How accurate would you say their order predictions are? Their forecasts just seem impractically vague to me, I guess.
You did catch the part I said they'd save my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's something you can take to the bank, Figuratively speaking. I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them. But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my latest POPs long enough already.
Interesting. Oh, look at that. Sneaky, sneaky.
Friends, neighbors, while you shelter in Matriarch's mercy, heed the teachings of the Order.
future of nourishment is here. Apogee chips, shelf-stable and intestinally safe. Tomorrow's favorite snack is available today from the Order of the Ascendant.
See, large palm related. Let's see. I still don't have that one. Examine the wreckage. Keep examining. Nothing I can do there. Okay, well, it says I'm supposed to do something.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the Order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the can.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to... Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
The same dialogue.
I miss my sprat. I swear, it's nigh on impossible to find decent animal remains in these parts.
Cloister is looking pretty good right about now.
A wasteland devoid of life? No, Arcadia is doomed. Plain and simple.
And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something?
I was wondering if you could tell me the square root of pi. Yeah, let's see.
Oh, doesn't everyone have that memorized? It's 1.77245385. Ah, I see you were making a jest and/or attempt at conversation. Anything else?
Actually, it's supposed to start with a 3, I think. What usually perform advanced cognitive in the midst of busy settlement? You usually perform? I meant to ask about the situation in town, but your presence here distracted me. What kinds of data do you support in order efforts here? How do you think the displaced feel about living here?
They must be exceptionally pleased with the statistical jump correlated to residents within Matriarch's Mercy. Numbers here are pretty compelling. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors. Longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there.
Most people need more medicine and water to be happy. Better to have shelter than eaten by raptidons. Check. Why not just let them move into the exclusion zone?
Surely you've heard our reasoning. I'd note by leaving the area fallow, we've lowered settlement productivity by 3.57%. We lower that more still to care for the displaced. Gladly. We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction.
I'll let you back. I'll let you back to it.
Then back to it I shall get.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the Order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the can.
Cloister is looking pretty good right about now.
A wasteland devoid of life? No, Arcadia is doomed. Plain and simple.
Thus, if we compare the rates of dust accumulation inside the settlement to outside, we gain minute insight into the grand plan.
She's not talking.
Commander, you got a minute to talk? I got some thoughts on this situation with the refugees.
What's on your mind?
The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond what I expected. And beyond what the Order is capable of handling, seems like. Andes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food.
Abbott is doing his best in not making the refugees earn help. Maybe, maybe not. If those are the only two options, I prefer dying out in the desert. Naturally, why would anti-choice do anything out of the kindness of their hearts?
I mean, we ain't gonna give up our cots for what could be the enemy. We're doing what we gotta do to keep our heads on our shoulders. It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war.
They're smart to figure out most efficient way to help people soon enough. You're right. Let's ask these refugees for free food or having to work for it. I feel like to state the obvious, huh? If you aren't going to convince me that anti-choice, you aren't. All right, let's see. You're right. Let's ask the refugees.
But nothing's ever really free, is it?
Nope.
I went through this myself when Anti's Choice took over Tau Ceti. It took time to secure the merger, but once they did, we folk got the help we needed real quick. And all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's Mercy. So what is the Order actually gaining by doing this?
They're just trying to help people who have lost everything. That's why it's so hard to believe. Why is that so hard to believe? You know Anti's Choice was wrong to offer you that deal, right? Well, they're gaining human shields. Nobody sane would dare attack refugees. Good point. Maybe they're scouting for new converts or conducting a human trial. I don't know. What's just like for?
The thought has crossed my mind, though I reckon we might have seen concrete proof of that by now. Anyhow, if the Order is in fact helping these folk with no hidden aims, then, well, I'll be the first to admit that there might just be merit in what they're selling. Appreciate you hearing me out.
Hey, Anthony, welcome on in. How was your New Year's? So far, so good. I mean, we're only, 2 days in, so far it's better than 2025. So, 2 days is that's better than 2025 right now, so. But we'll see. The year's still early yet. We'll talk later.
Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling up. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance.
That doesn't seem right unless you're the sickest person alive.
Well, that is the idea. I've gotten sick at least a dozen times since we set up camp. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, skinny teeth, and a rare case of mortified skull emergence. Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So I'm practicing for my next disease. It's gonna be a nasty one.
Let's see. What do you make of the situation?
I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. But me especially. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders, it never ends.
I should go. Feel better.
You too. Trust me, you don't want to catch this. Neither do I, for that matter.
Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings. Talk about close quarters.
Just be grateful for what you have.
Broke my nose I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won you one, right? Matters settled.
The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now.
I got no idea what either of you were talking about.
You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan.
Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borst loaf.
Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you.
Look, I'm not with Auntie anymore. We all had reasons to leave.
Really? What was yours?
Honestly, I don't think it matters anymore. All that matters is we're alive. What happened to this place? Law. Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me.
Wanted me to speak with you about the exclusion zone.
Oh, so that's how it is. You're the mediator that was foretold. Am I right? The Order wants us to believe that a catastrophe is coming to the exclusion zone at any second. Why? Because math told them so. Screw their predictions. We have people, displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them.
Okay. Let's see. Administrator Argowal warned of immediate death from unspecified source. I'm sure the Order has your safety in mind. Maybe you should respect the rules of people looking after you. You're right. It makes no sense. I'm gonna go 3.
People are cramped, injured, sick. The Order needs to do more than command. They need to listen. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. What does the Administrant want? To shut me up? To discredit me?
I'm supposed to get the lay of the land and negotiate terms of peace.
I don't know what the Administrant's game is, but call me intrigued. Best thing you can do is introduce yourself around camp. See why we need the exclusion zones open.
I've already asked around camp a bit, actually. Are you going to offer me a bribe to rule in your favor? I'll say I've already asked around camp a bit, actually.
All right. You keep at it. When the time comes, I'll be ready to pit my reason against the Order's. I could use a break from fighting injustice. Vexing. We're at the mercy of the Order, and the Order is at the mercy of their predictions. Not to insult our gracious hosts, but these people don't wipe themselves unless an equation tells them to.
I should be going.
What happened to this place? Law.
Ruth Basar. Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere.
I'm curious about the refugees.
Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment.
You seem fairly in the know. What's the situation in the settlement?
Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what common lay people are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail.
Okay. You haven't actually told me anything about the situation here. Wait, that's how you've been helping the displaced here, talking at them?
As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here. with constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle.
You think the people are listening? You think we have different loads of what constitutes practical advice? Let's see, do you think the people are listening?
Never as many as I would like, perhaps, but my little congregation grows by the hour. Eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. Give it a few years and they'll even be asking questions.
A few years. Okay.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions, but it could use a little salt.
Use a little salt. So look up your own bounty. Got nothing. Look up local bounties. I've already got these.
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be.
My health was never in question, but anyone inside has been gravely injured.
Oh yeah, Duarte. He's former antis like me. He was underneath for a few hours. Or, no, that was before. This time it was Rollo Nast? No. Gert Valkenburg. Happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone. So they build up. Best they can, at least. Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. After a while, the stacked up little huts they jury-rigged come tumbling down.
So a bunch of displaced have been hurt doing this?
Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Order won't listen. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes.
Order's doing what they put the best with what they have on hand. Where's me? You may be right. Be seeing you.
Ceasefire exists. A healthy degree of circumspection remains advised. Newly introduced invasive species deposited here by Auntie's choice have been determined to be territorial, toothsome, and aggressive. Travelers are instructed to closely monitor their surroundings at all times.
The grand plan is the predetermined order to the entire universe. We can predict it down to a decimal point.
Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings. Talk about close quarters.
Just be grateful for what you have.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the can.
Oyster is looking pretty
Keep your
good right
behavior
about now.
within acceptable wasteland devoid of life? No, Arcadia is doomed. Plain and
I
simple.
don't know who else to talk to.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders and the order defecting,
Algorithmic
there's no putting this
dissonance?
sprat back into
Don't
the
even
can.
like the sound of it.
Oyster is looking
How
pretty
could
good
something
right
be
about now.
incalculable?
Wasteland devoid of life?
Why, the very idea is
No,
preposterous.
Arcadia is doomed. Plain and simple.
Welcome. Have you come to bask in the Order's knowledge?
My weekly prognostic report hinted at our past
Have
or
you beheld
pending
that new
interaction.
rifle up at the monastery, the Oracle? The one Wiley designed, right? Uses a tracking algorithm, never misses. Sounds ambitious.
Welcome back. I assume you're not here for that debate. Anything I can do to assist you?
Some questions about the situation in Matriarch's Mercy.
Oh, of course. What would you like to discuss?
I'd like to know what you're doing to improve the situation for the refugees here.
Apart from providing them sustenance, shelter, and scientific ministry, you mean?
I thought the order was about the elevating humanity, nothing about this screams elevated.
Need I remind you, Arcadia is at war. This is what war looks like, I'm afraid. The Order is operating within a very reasonable framework to provide as much aid as it can.
I have a whole monastery right up there. Why not take advantage of the space?
Alexandra Monastery is a place of sacred study, advancing our understanding of the plan. We cannot jeopardize that vital work all for the comfort of a few. I haven't the wish to debate you on this any further. Please, let us move on to less controversial topics.
Let's see. And those things I was working on. I was hoping you could enlighten me about something. Let's do the first one.
Yes, what have you discovered?
I uncovered the traitor as Marisol Delgado.
Huh? Wait, who? Why does that name sound so... Oh, hers was the office with the high attrition rate. Oh, that would explain it. I owe Svoboda an apology for blaming her management.
I ran some calculations after you left, and I'm pleased to see I precisely measured your investigative skills. The abbot was right to trust you with this task.
Hoping you enlighten me about something.
Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's moral duty. Whatever I can tell you, I will.
Tell me more about the cultists you mentioned before.
Rift worshippers spouting inane theories. They began showing up prior to the invasion. The first sign of dysfunction in the Protectorate always starts small, doesn't it?
Thanks for filling in. I'll be on my way. Yeah, I'm just not sure who to talk to. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people. There's nothing on the map. Unless there's somebody else in here.
Yes.
They just want the vendor.
No, I'm afraid we won't. Not without the requisite allotment of time in my schedule. Good day.
Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help.
Okay, well, I'm in desperate need of medical attention.
I can tend to your injuries, provided you have the bits to compensate me for my time and skill. We're short on everything, I'm afraid, including generosity.
Sure, here you go.
Many thanks. Now, hold still. You might experience some momentary discomfort. Right as rain. Now, will there be anything else?
Alright. Tell me what it is you need. What do you make of the condition at the camp?
As a doctor, I'm appalled. We don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so sickness is blazing an unhappy trail through the refugees. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but things will get worse as long as we're overcrowded. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it entirely. That means space to spread out.
And I can do to assist with that?
Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Lamping. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all.
All right.
You see, the Seers are members of the Order who labor over the universal equation. Even in its unfinished state, the equation gives them the means to predict the future. Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the seer for guidance. He told me that a dashing outsider would answer my prayers. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are. A dashing outsider standing before me.
Okay. What is it you need so badly?
Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded in Matriarch's mercy, and I have but 2 imperfect hands. I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the seer predicted an outsider would find them.
Okay, what about me? I fancy myself something of a medical professional.
You also strike me as someone on the go. I need committed medical employees, not a freelancer. The seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it, for my intervention could only throw probability into disarray. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks.
Okay, before I get to that, I had another thing.
How can I be of service?
I'll be on my way.
The meaning of life is numeric, and we are the keepers of the equation.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict, with an 8.23 margin of error, that our situation will
My
improve in
noggin
time.
sure is sore.
Stop it with the predictions. You don't even know multivariable calculus.
Just trying to cheer you up.
Look, I'm not with Auntie anymore. We all had reasons to.
Really? What was yours?
If we
Honestly,
factor
I
for
don't think it
random
matters
elements
Do
offsetting
you believe
certain key
Arcadia shall
variables,
ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the
Yeah,
invaders,
I think the
potential
person I had to talk to was a guy who was
disruption, no putting
coughing,
this
I
sprat
think,
back into the
earlier.
can.
Oyster is
Thus,
looking
if
pretty
we
good right
compare
about
the
now.
rates of dust accumulation,
The Protectorate have only been told a watered-down revision of Order philosophy.
into the grand plan.
The paradigm is a self-centered derivative take on the grand plan. That's how little
Keep your lamps lit. Wherever there's trouble, there's always opportunists willing to profit from it.
Keeping everything above board? I hope not.
I don't think I was down here.
You got
Ah.
business? No? Move on.
Ah, Sub Rosa. I helped an agent of yours in Fairfield. She promised I would find friends in Sub Rosa.
You the fixer lent your aid to Agent Galloway? Don't suppose you got that crawling hibiscus she promised to sneak me, huh? Forget it. You can come in. Don't do anything foolish.
I won't.
Hello, hello. You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a rather large shipment of Spectrum vodka, yes? Agent Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral canids, so winning her over speaks volumes of your character. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to contraband.
All right, let's see. Show your wares. If your wares are so good, why are you operating on a refugee camp? Where does Sub Rosa stand on the war? Wherever people like you are, there's always work to be done close by. Am I right?
We stand that we'd like to make a good ton of bits on the war, and maybe expand our reach in the process. Beyond that, I'm not supposed to comment. But Sub Rosa consists primarily of ex-Auntie's Choice and ex-Protectorate personnel. We've still got folks we care about out there. Complicates some of our feelings on the fighting. But if the fighting stops, our income begins to go dry.
All right, if your wares are so good, why are you operating out of a refugee camp?
It's superb cover and a consistent market. Refugees are in need of all sorts of supplies that the Order cannot provide. And Sub Rosa delivers, at only a reasonable markup. Myself, I enjoy the thrills of the environ. Will the Order attempt to drive me out? Will Matriarch's mercy be shelled? Shall I run out of new cereals? Oh, thrilling!
All right, let's see. You've got some guts. I can admire
Why,
that.
I thank you. Takes a unique sort to appreciate the finer points of illegal smuggling.
Okay, best be on my way.
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Hmm? Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention.
Let's see. My brother and Mudge sent me.
Oh, really? Like they strung a few words together in a row and it all made sense? That's a marked improvement on earlier. Guessing they left out a bunch, though. Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy.
So they fight using stand-ins. What does that solve? What kind of trouble would somebody get into fighting here?
Half the time, people shy away at the first sight of blood. The other, that's what they're there for. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah! This guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you exactly?
I came to ask the situation in the camp, but you answered my question.
Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. I got a bunch of yeggs, 2 pugilists, and a cicada to feed.
Okay, resolve the disagreement with the voice of the displaced. Okay, so looks like I'm working. I've almost got the quest done.
was just a stand-in for Duarte's nose. Don't feel like no.
What happened to this place?
I'm thinking they need to open up the exclusion zone, but I haven't. No one's told me what happens. Yeah, they keep saying, "Oh, you'll die," but why?
Worst is behind them.
Oh, Administrator Agarwal. Here to finally hash this out, are you? Thought this day would never come.
Yes, well, our esteemed outsider here has agreed to thoroughly appraise our situation, in the hope that we may finally close the book on the exclusion zone once and for all.
They say you asked around. Listen to folks. That's a good start, at least.
Okay. I'm ready to begin if you are.
Speaking as a representative of the Order, we will abide by the Mediator's decision, if you do the same.
Agreed.
Mediator, I leave the fate of the exclusion zone in your capable hands.
I'd like to discuss what I found about the Order's side. Let's talk about the displaced in their perspective. Let's go to the first.
Speak on them.
Tell me a bit about Orders. I spoke to Vicar to support displaced. Prisoner informed me about Order's efforts. Let's talk about the.
I'm all ears, Mediator.
You heard about the business of Sub Rosa altercations. I spoke to the camp doctor about the health and situation.
I understand he is rather short-handed.
Yeah. Someone should get right on that, huh?
Yes.
Anyhow.
I agree.
What was the good doctor's diagnosis?
He made his treat. He has mesentery sickness, but he can't cure overcrowding. Doc Beardsley needs more resources, not more space. No, that's not true. He said he needs more space, I think. Well, you have to well, you have people living on top of each other. What is a public, which is a public health disaster?
We have ample room to space people out more, but only if we utilize the exclusion zone.
That is indeed unfortunate, but the dangers predicted for the exclusion zone may outweigh these concerns.
I found evidence of collapsed structure.
Collapsed? But we built Matriarch's Mercy to optimize comfort and safety.
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure, more of a hastily assembled, precariously built shanty.
Refugees shouldn't have to build in these conditions. These huts had come crashing down.
People are struggling to make do with what they have. If we had the exclusion zone, this wouldn't be a problem.
I'm aghast these structures weren't built following established order construction guidelines.
You heard about the business with the Sub Rosa altercations?
The what now?
When grievances between the displaced approach fisticuffs, we hire Sub Rosa hooligans to duke things out for us.
That is unquantifiably absurd. And I don't see how moving into the exclusion zone will help.
Overcrowding leads to frustration. Minor issues get amplified in unproductive ways. The displaced are penned in like animals. No surprise they're lashing out like them. It won't. The order should, it won't. The order should work to prevent this kind of thing. I like the first two. I'm just not sure which one. Overcrowding leads to frustration. Minor issues get amplified in unproductive ways. Yeah, that's true. Displaced are penned like animals. No surprise they're lashing out like them. Yeah. I'd probably go with the first one.
Unproductive is one thing. Paid Donnybrooks with surrogate fighters is... well, I'm at a loss for an applicative metaphor to describe it.
I'd like to discuss what I found about the order side.
Speak on them.
Rolo Nuss taught me a bit about the order's predictions and their usefulness. I spoke to Vicar Orney about their support for the displaced.
You mean that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to them?
She's out of touch with people's actual needs, but then again, so is the order. She values education, but I find her methods questionable. She means well. Complex mathematics can be useful even to the displaced, I think. She values education, but I find her methods questionable.
Her mission is to uplift and enlighten.
She's indoctrinating, not helping us. Can't you see the difference?
Point taken.
Roland S. taught me a bit about the order's predictions and their usefulness. Provisioner Potnick informed me about order efforts.
You actually got the Provisioner to give you the time of day. Huh.
Ah, yes. I sometimes forget Provisioner Plotnick is also assigned to minding the displaced's needs. Her role is largely proactive, while mine is reactive.
Provisioner seems committed to ensuring the displaced want for nothing. The Provisioner's work is highly valued. She's a credit to the Order. She keeps Modica supplied except for critical space and building supplies. She's committed to ensuring displaced want for nothing. She keeps Matriarch's Mercy supplied except for critical space and building supplies.
If the Provisioner's booked up, I say redeploy another egghead at the matter.
It's less of an issue of personnel as it is of safety. Contrary to your assumptions, we do care about your collective and individual well-being.
Let's see. Rolo Nass taught me a bit about the Order's predictions and their usefulness.
Did he also happen to mention they were needlessly oblique and vague?
Yeah. Rolo seemed convinced they should be followed. He said they weren't always accurate, but he was too scared to ignore them. Seems to me like the Order wastes a lot of time and energy on it.
Order predictions are steadily improving in accuracy and scope. Someday, they'll provide us a clear map of our shared future.
See that? They get more than a touch defensive when you poke holes in their sacred predictions.
By my calculations, you've explored this topic from every conceivable angle. Admirable work, Mediator. I suspect that your sympathies lie with the displaced. Unfortunate if true, but I leave the decision in your capable hands.
Let's see. I rule for the displaced. Their needs outweigh the danger. The exclusion zone is theirs. I rule for the order. They predict disaster, and I won't risk the lives of the displays. I have no business making life or death decisions. I rule for no one. Look for the record. All of this is ridiculous. Well, yeah, it's a tough one. Their prediction says, oh, well, there'll be disaster, but that could be said about anything. It's like, you know, you wake up and you got a prediction. Oh, you go outside today, you're going to pass away. I mean, that could happen no matter what, you know? So it's just, it's hard to predict anything, and they haven't told me anything to, I think the more space, give more breathing room and try and avoid the diseases. I think the order is just being a little too reliant on their predictions. I could be wrong and watch something bad does happen. I don't know. I'd say the exclusion zone is theirs.
Well, if this is the fate that was augured, then I will not complain, though it goes against my very nature. Please, be safe. That's all I ask.
Not to worry, Administrant. The exclusion zone is our problem now. Here, you stay out of trouble. We'll try and do the same.
Oh, got a burst SMG I saw out of that. Interesting. Nice. Let's see. Journal first. Codex. Log. Sears prediction. Okay, that's fine. Inventory. Great. First SMG. Interesting. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and save real quick here. Oops. Let me just make sure I save here. There we go. All right. Let's see. Region. No quest there. Okay. I mean, there's places we can explore, but if there's spiders in this area, I don't want to do much exploring. I really don't. Let's see. Kill. Take that as much outpost opportunity. Okay. All right. Well, it looks like the next closest would be here. Oh, let's see. We'll give that a shot. Let's see. Where am I? Jen. All right. Let's see if I can't get closer. Let's go to the station entrance.
Existence advisory remains in effect for all presently
That's the way I gotta go.
Golden Ridge region.
Oh, that way.
Utmost caution is highly urged.
Okay, I think to get there, I gotta go around, I think. Yeah, looks like it.
Auntie's choice troops have been espied.
Yep, something tells me there's spiders out here too. Of course there are.
ready, and frankly, pissed off.
I'm seeing unfriendly soldiers.
The idea is to kill them before you die.
Little pick-me-up for you.
Thank you. Why do they have to put spiders in these freaking games?
More nice.
All right. Let's see if there's any other weapons that might be better here. We have. You know what? Let me try. Barrel shotgun. You know what? Let's do this. Let's try this weapon. Maybe this might be better. I have no idea how I'm supposed to get. Maybe this one. What the heck are those?
Looking a few quarts low, Commander.
No kidding. Spiders up here too? You've got to be kidding me. No, I can't go that way. Why do they have to put spiders in the game? Really?
That is what I call a stubborn clog in the old pipes. You're gonna have to hold it in, friend. Privy's out of order. Never fear. I'll get that clog moving soon enough. They don't call me the pipe doctor for nothing.
They need extra medical help in Matriarch's Mercy. Pipe doctor is probably close enough. Can't believe I'm standing in the presence of a pipe doctor himself. Oh, is that what they call plumbers in Dorado? Interesting. I'll do that one.
You mean you want the pipe doctor to practice real medicine? On real people? Why, this is the greatest day of my life. The human gut is the most compact and efficient sewer system ever. A plumber's dream. My dream. But don't get me wrong, it would be an honor. I'm just not sure that I'm ready for that kind of challenge.
Have it your way, but this isn't over.
Well, I do thank you for your confidence, regardless. Always remember, good plumbing starts in the bowels.
So I don't think I can get up. Oh, yes, I can.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Now would be nice.
Rehaul in the head. I'm the one you need to worry about.
Whoa!
This off.
Wow.
Always crabby. This thing's got a mean streak.
Ow! Wow.
Pick me up.
No.
For you.
I'm a little busy at the frickin' moment.
Got my lamps on an unfriendly.
Got no health items at all. Where's Niall? Maybe I can craft. Where is he? There he is.
Can't get that Andy's Choice jingle out of my head. Hey, if I start humming it, you do what you gotta. Anyway, need something, Commander?
Field tinkering.
Sure. Always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
Crafting. Blast-proof defenses. Bypass compact rounds. Mines. Distraction. Explosives. Inhaler charges. Yes. And mag picks. Oh, minefield. Might be useful. Lots of junk.
Another adequate day in paradise. Who's there? Ready to take the heat on that, Commander. Just say when.
Woo!
You court slow, Commander.
You think? I just landed on a freaking mine.
Troublemaker approaching.
Good, they're leaving. They can stay that way. Woo!
Liquidate 'em!
Commander, watch your vitals.
Wow.
Regular dockbot. Get me in. Help me out. Quarry located. Knew you had my back. Nobody around.
Look alive, Commander. Right, tingling. All charged up.
How are you still upright over? I see an unfriendly sword. The idea is to kill them before you die.
Help me end some trouble. Need some help first.
Ow! Ow! Well, that was so that it feels like I'm gonna have to level up or figure out something weapon. This is
Personnel approaching. They don't appear to be hostile.
needed a stretch. Commander, watch your vitals!
Susceptible to danger.
Need to ask for help, but help?
Nobody around.
What? What got me? Oh, those little...
Back in. Medical pack, out!
Not walking this off. Stand me back up. Knew you had my back. How are you still upright over there? Ready to take the heat off you, Commander.
Woo!
Stay with.
Do it.
No target. I'm at up too, but I'm not ready. Hey, got a distraction for you. Look at a few quarts low, Commander. Regular dot bomb. Appreciate a little help, Commander.
How about me?
Stress tingling. All charged up. There you are!
Knew you had my...
Looks like a fight. Taking position so I can take arena time. There you are.
Did they just say taking position so they can waste Adrena time?
frankly pissed off. Craft doesn't sense a target. Nothing to hit. This thing's got a mean streak. The gravel claw's angry.
Couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter. I'm at it.
Got it. Ain't worth scrap.
Woo!
Armed and ready.
Inside beneath the outside.
Go to the ground and such.
Don't make me bury another agent.
Craft's back in business.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Popping that claw.
Wow.
Recharging as fast as I can, Commander.
You're the one you need to worry about.
Craft's raring to go.
Guys, ready to waste it. On your command. Got a distraction for you. You lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter.
Wow, I leveled up. Nice. I think I'm gonna need to put it in guns. My guns have been terrible. Perks. All right, what do we got? Ninja, hot-blooded, explosives. Travel Rancher. First shotgun deal increased damage. Yeah. Fly. Oh, interesting. Oh, rocket launcher? Mini rock. Nice. Heavy rounds, okay. All right, our new directives are to withdraw and abandon our order of the Ascendant comrades in the field. Though I was deeply dismayed to receive the order, and so it confirmed it several times, we are to render our cannon impotent, then abscond into orbit, but only after summarily executing every member of the order under my command. Sovereign, give me strength. Orders. Lorsa Council has unthinkably rebelled against the Sovereign. We're here to offer them no further aid and leave them to the mercy of Anti's forces. Yesterday, they were loyal subjects of the Protectorate. Today, they are something unheard of, something to loathe, something heretical. Matriarch, save us all. Bomb suit helmet. Oh, interesting. I want to see this bomb suit helmet. Manager's tasking hat. Oh, plus 30% magazine size. Plus 80% drain rate. Use dealing explosive damage grants temporary health. Ooh. What do I have right now? I have that one. Rain. All right. Well, I think I might do this one. What's this one give me? Last stand. Vision chance, combat sprint speed, cost cut materials. Shot. Damage resistance 10. 5. Okay. Evasion chance 20%, but this one gives me damage resistance 5, but evasion in combat. Taking damage has a chance to, based on your hack skill, to release a spider mine from your armor. Being knocked out drops a number of grenades based on explosive skill around. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. Dead man's jacket, escape suit. You know, I think I'm going to try. Oh, it says it was stolen. Ooh, bomb suit. Oh. May recover parts from mines you step on. Interesting. 20% chance ignoring incoming attacks while below 50% health. Interesting. I think try this one. Better armor. Yeah. What about my weapons? I get anything good? Oh, I did get lock on. You know what? I kind of like that. Let's put that there. Yeah, this shotgun is good. I like it. Strong. This revolver, I don't know. Very weak. But then again, I just upgraded my weapon, my gun damage, so we'll have to wait and see. All right, I'm gonna do a quick save since I just went through all that. I think the only thing that's helped save me was the spamming grenades. Holy cow. And I don't have any food items, so maybe I'll take some time here and let's scout around and see if there's anything that I didn't loot because I was under fire a lot. Yeah, so that'll just help a little bit. In here. That. Smoke grenade. I don't want to hit that thing. A lot of bullets.
Yeah.
That. Oh, eat it. Shock rods. Shiny servo. Berry crunch. All right, fully healed. Of course, now I need to get more health items. Spider buddies out there. Yeah. Ew. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to walk either out to there. But you know what I probably could do? Go back to... I think this is where the bounties were. Yep, that's just where we turn it in at. Let's see what we get.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish.
The Protectorate have only been told a watered-down depiction.
Turn in a completed bounty. Turn in, yeah. Woohoo! XP, lots of XP. Nice. Got decryption key. Nice. Got local bounties. The following. Wanted. All right, I think I've already got that one. All right. There's gotta be a vending machine in here somewhere. Sell off some junk, buy some ammo.
A self-centered derivative take on the grand plan. That's
Aha. Speaking of which, right here. Sell junk. Yeah. All right. Let's see. What can we buy? Anything? We got $5,000. Let's look at the weaponry. Anything here? Mass canister, shock rods, charges. Mostly bullets. Okay, well, that's not a bad thing. Because I could definitely use some bullets. Plasma charges. Oh yeah, for the other weapon. What's these? Biomass canister. Organic material commonly used to power weapons of questionable design as or as a food source. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. How many of those do I have? 4,000. How about those? Oh, I could definitely use some of those. Short round. Good on those. Shotgun bullets. Yeah, I definitely. Large round. Service rifle and light machine gun. Yeah, I might as well get some of that. All right, save some cash.
It's your intellect.
Oh no. Access code. So I gotta find the access code. Okay. All right, let's just see. I can explore any of it.
What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side. I predict that the worst is behind us.
Yep, I don't think I can get in there right now. Okay.
Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings. Talk about close call.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Nope.
I wish. The invaders, the order defecting. There's no putting this rat back into the can.
Oyster is looking pretty good right now.
What was that? I heard something. What's this? Coils. Ooh, quest mention. Interesting. Let's take a look at that. Mention quest. Hazardous gas. You found compression coils that Anti-Choice went to the trouble of orbitally dropping onto Dorado. They must be very important to someone. Oh, yeah. You know who might be using them? Maybe the dock. In here.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish.
The Grand Plan is the predetermined order to the entire universe.
Welcome back. Any luck enlisting help?
No, not yet. You have that other guy I need to eventually learn how to talk to.
So, prime numbers. What are they?
I swear there was an auto dock around here somewhere that's not working. I have no idea where.
One a prime number since nothing can divide it other than itself. And the answer is simple, you silly layperson.
Every scientician yearns to visit the archive on Cloister. One day,
Yeah, I'm not sure where
it
that's
will
at.
process all of our equations.
I'm not within.
Let's just take a look at the region here. Yeah, at least I leveled up a little bit. Let's see. That's a scrapper's den. Go to station entrance. There's a building right outside the station. Let's see if there's anything we can look around in there. Real quick.
Unspecified dangers are predicted in these areas at an indeterminate point in time.
Okay, let's see. Where's that building? Oh, I gotta keep going. Is that it? Bet you that's the building up there. Question is, can I even get to them? Maybe. Ooh, of course there be our friends here.
My aftermarket parts are prime.
My aftermarket parts are prime.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Is it just me, or do they not like the sunlight? Well, it wasn't as bad. Maybe because I leveled up. Weapons are a little stronger. Of course, I still have to try that, but it's okay. More of these compression coils. That's the building up there. I don't even know. In theory, we should be able to get to it. In theory. Whether or not we will, I don't know. If there is, it might be a way around the corner. Maybe here. Yeah, see, like maybe right here. Yeah, right here we go. There we go. Oh, train station. Just in case I do something stupid. Might be able to make that jump. Because it doesn't seem like there's any other way to get. Oh wait, oh, hey. Never mind. I know that station. That's where we came in at. All right, well, there's no sense in making that jump. Because I already know it's not going to end well. Yeah, I don't know if I can get up there. If there is a way, might be somewhere back here. There might, because it looks like it might be something up top that we could definitely explore. If that is something we can explore, it might be somewhere back here to get to it, because there's just no way I can get to it from here. Because I do want to find these other stations. I can't get to it from here. All right, I'm just going to teleport out of here for where do I want to go? Probably just go here to the entrance. Because most of everything I got to do, I got to leave from pretty much there anyway. Or it might also be from here out to here. But I do know I want to talk to this guy again that's out here. The pipe doctor. But I need to figure out what I have to do to level up to get him to convince him. But I know there's the bounty out here. Oh, maybe there was another. Maybe was there another wanted bounty? You know what? I think there might have been. Go take a peek. I'll go take a peek at this real quick. Grand plan for transferring events. Okay. Wireless free, protected station wireless. Interesting.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish. The invaders.
What caused the schism between the Protectorate and the Order?
Let's see. Local bounties. Wanted. Aha. Morton and Edward Dunson. Maybe I've already got this one. Yep, I already do. Okay. So yeah, that's the bounty for them. Out here. Yeah, that's their bounty there. Take the Abbott's message to outpost opportunity. Trail of a traitor. All right. Now I think we're going to go here. Oh, it's a flashlight. Didn't know there was one. Okay. All right. Well, why don't we set this as active? All right. And let's see if we can at least get to there. That's not that far away.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when. Hey, got a distraction for you. I'm the one you need to worry about.
Oh, we got mines here.
getting again.
I will in a sec.
In business.
There you go. Told you I'd get you back up again. Is there anything here? Interesting. A loose Quaker cannon round that appears to have been part of a now overturned supply shipment. The primer cap appears to have been partially dislodged. The cap can be removed tactfully. The bounty of black powder inside would be free for the taking. All right, well, let's use the guns. After carefully removing the primer cap, large grain black powder pours out. You swiftly collect as much powder as you can carry. Interesting. Wow. Well, this place took a big hit.
Guess there's survivors after all. For now, anyway.
And not many. This place is... Wow. There ain't nothing left here. Barely any left.
Oh, thank law. It's Barnabas, the Borst. Barnabas, I need you to go get help, buddy. I think I might be hallucinating.
You think?
My insides, they're on... What's hotter than fire? They're on lava, they're on Planck plasma, they're on Clive's extra special Borst. I just threw up all over my shoes. And the laces are melting.
Oh!
Why are the laces melting?
You're hallucinating.
What in the scrupulous name of profitable deductibles do you think you're doing? Just who are you, and why are you walking through my triage?
I saw the explosion from the landing pad. What exactly happened here?
Some kind of rocket attack, or maybe an orbital strike. Can't rightly say for sure, but it came from above and hit us hard. Don't suppose you're looking for a way to help? I'm absolutely desperate, and I'm sure I could rustle up some suitable reward if you helped.
Absolutely. What do you need?
We need compression coils. The attack left more wounded than I have supplies for, plus a hefty amount of uranium poisoning. And the coils on our auto docks have worn out. Without them, they can't convert raw materials into the medicaments needed to help the soldiers heal.
The good news, I can help you with some of the needed compression coils right now.
Fortuitous. This feels like my first bit of luck in ages. Wonderful. That's just enough to get the first of our auto docks back up and running. Thank you. Still, if you find any more, please bring them my way. It would be marvelous to have spares. I'm glad you're back. Getting the first auto dock running again has been helpful, but we could really use the other two as well. Have you brought more compression coils?
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
Please hurry. Every hour that passes means fewer patients I can save. Sounds like these coils will keep this triage from becoming a morgue. Let's get to scavenging.
So basically, we've got to find more, and you're puking your guts out.
Thank law. It's Barnabas, the Borst. Barnabas, I need you to go get help, buddy. I think I might be hallucinating. How do you eat Purpleberry Crunch? Real warriors eat it right from the box.
Real warriors eat it right from the box.
make a great lower manager.
Ah, gross. Oh, gonna make me sick.
I just threw up all over my shoes, and the laces are melting. Why are the laces melting?
Did that blast give me a dunder? Or is some damn stranger walking into my area of operation right after we've been attacked?
You all right, officer? We saw the impact and got over here fast as we could. If there's anything we can...
We can do to part you from your bits while you're desperate? Yeah, I know your type. You go private, but then lurk in the shadows like manta wasps looking to prey on easy marks. You got any reason I oughtn't have you shot?
You order somebody to help as a gesture of goodwill. They didn't attack you.
Yeah? And what exactly makes you so sure of that?
Because they're paying me to tell you so. Honestly, I'm not. But the Monitor Abbott asked me to come and seem very sincere. His order Abbott sent me as an emissary to convince you.
Huh. Interesting. Did he say who he thinks did hit us? Not that it matters, I suppose. Not like we can muster a counterattack or anything. But even if I did believe you, so what?
I want you to counterattack appears, make sure things don't heat up or escalate. So if it wasn't the order, you have new enemies slaughtering your people.
Seriously? You expecting me to ring up Auntie and tell her, hello, Maven of all marketing? Just letting you know that this scrutinization officer says everything's hunky-dory. You've clearly been out in the Dorado sun for too long.
Okay, Sarah, no problem. I'll be probably ending here pretty soon too. That's fair, but a good word certainly won't hurt. What'll it take to make that happen? Okay, if you won't help me yet, maybe I'll help you. You're quite the mess.
Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you was someone sympathetic to our ways. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting badly on me.
And you'd like me to help with those? Badly and badly on you? All that's going on and you're worried about you?
Well, who else should I be worried about? Do you have any idea how abysmal that's going to look on my next employment review? You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me and I'll send you word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you, see? Quid pro quo. Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe your good intentions. Encourage me to take your side.
Really, all it would take is some bits to solve this issue? I could do a few favors. What kind of jobs do you need done? Interesting. I'll have to think about it. I could do a few favors. What the heck?
That bomb that hit us, it was filled with uranium. So not only did it kill us the good old-fashioned way, it also caused serious poisoning. My contract medicalist over there is literally up to her elbows in it. Her hourly rate is ridiculous, and our damn autodocs have gone on the fritz from the workload. You get her the compression coil she needs to make the autodocs work, and that should cut her billable hours in half, and then I'll send you a message.
I've already agreed to help your medic. Is there more that you might need? You'll be pleased to hear I'm already on the job.
There's been a murder at one of our forts. Trooper's accused of poisoning her senior officer for some preposterous reason. Problem is, I'm already short on medical specialists. The last thing I can do is waste one for days just to find out if she did or didn't toxify him. Go find out who done it, and I'll send the message you're asking for.
That's enough. So what else you got?
This is gonna make no more sense for me saying it than it's gonna make for you hearing it, but apparently, the senior officer at one of my forts is a mantisaur. A real, actual, pincer-faced, carapace-having mantisaur. Not a half-human one, or a psychic one, or a talking one, just a regular old head-munching mantisaur. Anyways, there's some dispute over who his second should be, and he can't exactly decide himself. So go sort it out for me, and I will gladly send your message.
Okay, Audrey, fair enough.
Now, you know that's an irrevocable deal, right? As in, please remember it's legally binding, and I will sue you if you fail to get it done. So don't let either of us down.
People are dying, and all he cares about is what he can get out of it. Wish I could say I was surprised.
I mean, I could try to bribe him, but I don't know if I've got it. I need to save my bets. And by doing other quests that if I can able to pull them off, they'll help me level up. So, especially since I'm kind of struggling in this new area. Dude. Ugh. Ugh. Looks like, aha, solve a murder. Yeah. That's where I would probably need to head out that way. Yep. Okay. Yep. Well, I think for now, I think this is probably going to be a good place to call it. It's about 3:45. So I think this is good. Yeah, I think it's a good place because then we can pick it up next time and we can help go out there. Maybe we'll level up a little bit and then we'll be able to go and maybe get to this bounty. Because the fights are really, really tough. But since I leveled up one, that seemed to help a little bit. But yeah, if I can level up again, that might help. And then I need to figure out. I think this is where he's at here. Scrapper's Den. Go outside the Scrapper's Den and go right over here and see what I need for him. The pipe doctor. See what I need for him. And it's possible some of the auto dock stuff I need, they could be out in these little things out here that I haven't explored. So, yeah. Because that's where I was getting some of them. So I don't know how many more I'm going to need for that. But yeah, yeah, well, hopefully we'll eventually get that done. Because it looks like we got some decent rewards from that too. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All right, so let me just save real quick. Done. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I'm going to go and call it here for the day. I want to thank everyone for watching. Tomorrow, Sarah will be on her cozy channel in the morning. Looks like she's going to be doing the Grow a Garden at 6 a.m. Pacific time. And then 1 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow, Sarah and will be doing the Fortnite with the community, and if there's room, I'll be joining, of course. So yeah, and we may, it depends on what's going on. You know, I don't think MG's here right now, but I think he's live streaming Fortnite tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So there's a good chance he may be popping in. Especially if he's live while we are, we might see if he wants to hook up and squad up. So we'll see if he wants to join us. He's always welcome, of course. It's always a good time when MG's around as well. Especially with the other squad members, Geeky, you know, Majestic, Dempsey, Icarus. Always a good time whenever they're around. So yeah, we always have a good time. Always have a lot of fun. So with that, I'm going to get on out of here. And we'll figure out the schedule for next week. I already know Tuesday. I can't wait for that. That Star Rupture comes out. I've already, as far as I know, I've already got a collab with Majestic and Mr. Miko already lined up, and possibly Sass. So I've got to figure out what time I'm going to start streaming that. That's going to be fun. I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to Star Rupture, so we're going to have a good time. So yeah, but that'll definitely be on the schedule. We'll figure out the schedule for the rest of the week, and we'll go from there. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it. If you got value out of this content, please hit that like button. If you've enjoyed this content as well and you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. If you're on Twitch and you're also enjoying it, please make sure you follow there as well. If you've subscribed and followed, thank you. We do appreciate it. It does help us out. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here for the day. This is Silvershade saying, gamers don't die. See y'all at the respawn point. Bye, everybody.